All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Word with Ty Brownlow. I'm your host, Ty Brownlow. Remember, no one is worthless, no story is worthless. Today, ladies and gentlemen, it's all about that paper. It's all about that money. It's all about getting to the
Bag.
B. Yeah, that three-letter word, y'all. I know
Yeah.
y'all like that three-letter word. Okay, anyway, but tonight, joining me all the way East Coast, New York, BX, gotta put it, hey, y'all gotta represent, okay? You gotta represent. All right. All the way from the Bronx, New York. Give it up for Leon.
I'm gonna do the lean back one time because you know it only this. Lean back, lean back.
Okay, come on.
What's up, everybody? Hello,
Hey.
hailing all the way from New York. Thank you so much, Ty, for having me on your platform. I want to get into some things tonight.
Okay, well, one of those things we're gonna get into as we were talking about the bag. Man, look here. Finance guru over here, ladies and gentlemen, started her own company called the Credit Assist.
Yes.
Tell us all about this, Lo.
So, I was an immigrant. I came to this country with no papers. Now, I'm a woman, and on top of being a woman, I'm a woman of color. So you can imagine just how much shit I've gone through in my lifespan, especially when you come here as an immigrant, you come undocumented. See, a lot of people don't know about the abuse that goes hand in hand when people feel like they can take advantage of you. So I was never taught to do anything with credit. I was always taught, hey, cash, 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 cash. The moment I got my social and I started working a regular job, I was like, okay, I thought I got, what's that word? When you're not humble, the word when you're not humble. I thought I was the shit. I thought I was the shit because now I got a social.
Yeah. You all can see the shit. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah.
I thought it was the shit because now I don't have, now I got the social, now I'm making all this money. So I got comfortable, right? Job security. I said to myself, oh, I'm going to be doing this for the next 10 years. But I didn't think about what happens if this company does a merger, or what happens if this department gets wiped out or gets fired or gets moved to somewhere else. And that's exactly what happened. I end up getting fired. So now it's like, oh my God, I got bills to pay. So what do? My credit went to shit. I had a 387 credit. I couldn't believe it. I didn't even know what credit was. I was like, I went to a furniture store and they said to me, hey, listen, why don't you fix your credit? Like, if you fix your credit, you can get furniture, you can get this. Somebody put me onto that. I didn't know what it was. I was like, what the fuck is credit? But okay. I just knew it was attached to my social, but I didn't know what it was. Remember, I'm undocumented.
Right.
My first credit card was a Capital One. I didn't know none of it. Then I started going on Google and I'm like, yo, I can't live like this. I didn't have, all I had was money to pay. Unemployment kicked in. I had money to pay my apartment, but my bills had gone to shit. I fucked up with Capital One. I fucked up with Amex. I fucked up with all these places. And I was like, yo, it's so embarrassing how a well-dressed, well-versed young woman has bad credit. This can't be my life.
Right.
So I went on Google and I typed in how to fix your credit. And then it gave me a video, and I never forget. I don't forget his name. Every time I mention his name is because he got me into the credit repair world. Because he knew how to like break it down. His name is Brandon Weaver. If you ever go on YouTube, no free promo, right? But I gotta give it to this guy because he set me on my journey for credit repair. Went on got something on Google, went on YouTube, saw his video. He was like, oh, for $9 you can send out this letter and it'll fix your credit. So I was like, well, I got nothing else to lose, right? I already lost my pride, so let me just go ahead and do it. Sent it out. I started seeing items get deleted and I was like, wait a minute. Then I started getting approved for other credit cards and I was like, oh shit, if I could do this for myself, I could do this for others. And that's when I went down the yellow brick road. I started doing it for my friends first. When I first started my company, I was charging $150 to fix credit. And I was doing it to my friends. I was doing it to anybody who wanted. And as I got better and better and better, started learning the system, started learning the ins and outs, I stopped to actually read the letter to make sense of what the hell was I sending out. Because you say, okay, let me fix my credit, but you don't know what goes into the letter. Then how do you know what power do you, like, how do you know what to say to these people to get it removed? Then I started learning about the FDCR. I started learning about truth in lending. I started learning about consumer laws. I started learning about how credit works. And it was just like, mind. Like, yo, I read that book, Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute, this goes hand in hand, right? I take the bank's money, I use it to buy something. I'm in debt, but my passive income, so for example, I take the bank's money, right? I take 50,000. I buy a house. The tenants pay my mortgage. The tenants help me pay back the bank. It's not good. It's good debt. Understand?
Right. Got you.
Yeah, because you borrow $1 million, but you buy 3 blocks worth of buildings. Yes, you're in a hole, but guess what? You got a whole bunch of cash flow coming in, right? So you can whatever it is that you owe. I don't know if you've ever read the story of Walmart.
No, I haven't.
Walmart owes a lot of money. They make money, but they borrow to get into their, if you ever Google Walmart and how they operate their stores, Walmart has like mad debt, a whole bunch of debt, but they make money every single day. And they're like the biggest suppliers in the country, but they owe. Same thing with Walt Disney, same thing. All these people get into debt, right, to buy things, but they become rich. That's how they make cash flow. It's crazy, right?
So, okay, so you're basically telling me there's a such thing as good debt because, because look, listen, like you have to understand, Lo. I mean, hell, just like you know, there's a lot of us walking around like, hey, man, clear this debt off. I got to clear this debt. I got to get this debt, man. You know what? Oh, man, you know what? I want to buy this house. Man, I can't have any debt. I got to get everything, put off or whatever,
Let me tell you.
Told me X, Y, Z.
The first thing you should know is that your Social Security is a credit card. If you look at the back of the Social Security, when you get a moment, it'll tell you this belongs to the Social Security Administration. At any point in time, we can ask for this back. That's what they're telling you. They're telling you that the Social Security Administration can take your Social Security card back away from you. When we look at the law, right? When we look at the law, the definition of a credit card, it says any plate, coupon, or card that can be used to acquire credit. Now, if you know that, right? Every time you go somewhere that you're about to do a certain transaction, what's the first thing they ask you for?
ID.
After the ID? Don't they ask you for your Social Security card?
Oh, yeah. Social Security card. Well, yeah, because they need 2 forms of ID. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No.
Or
because that number that's attached to you, that's your credit card. That's how you access money. Where do you think the where do you think the banks get their money from?
Well, I know they're printing it.
No, they get it from the Federal Reserve.
Okay.
Do you think that the Federal Reserve gives the bank money for free?
No.
The bank is not even supposed to be lending to you at an interest rate. It's not. Because the bank borrows money from the Federal Reserve. If you ever get the chance, I'll make it easier for you. Take $50,000 to the bank and deposit it, right? Mm-hmm. And then get back on the line and try to get that $50,000 back in your pocket. They're going to tell you that they don't have that kind of money at the bank and that they can't give you the money you just deposited an hour before. Understand? Right. So it's like this whole world, we've been programmed to live under financial institutions, right? Every time you go somewhere, every time you get something, they always tell you, oh no, we have to report. to your credit profile, right? But they don't mention the part that you have the option and you have the option because you have a right to privacy. So 15 USC 1681, it tells you consumer reporting agencies have assumed a vital role in collecting and furnishing credit reports. Now, if you look at the meaning, have assumed, it means to take a position without you knowing if it's true or not. Understand? Nowhere in the law does it say Congress, the President of the United States, Donald Trump has appointed Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian as a credit bureau. Right. There's no such thing as a credit bureau. A bureau is somebody who's backed by the government. The FBI is a bureau. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is a bureau, right? Because it ends in .gov. Anytime you go to Credit Karma, anytime you go to TransUnion, anytime you go to Experian, anytime you go to Equifax, have you noticed that they all end in .com and not?
Right. Gotcha.
So what does that tell? That tells you, that should tell you a lot.
Okay. All right. So basically, don't believe the hype, all that. Don't really be following.
There's no reason why you shouldn't fix your credit. You're going to need it. Right now, cash is not king. You could have $1 million right now, but if you don't have any type of history, they're not going to do business with you. Another example, everybody who uses their debit card, they steal your debit card, they take out all that money. There's banks out there that don't give you that money back.
No, they won't.
At all. So you should be using, your credit card should be used for every single thing you do, because you're backed up by the liability protection, the zero fraud, all of that stuff. A lot of people don't have this information. So they sit there and they work a 9 to 5 till they die instead of saying, yo, how do I make passive income leveraging my credit? You take $50,000 from your business credit and you buy a house, you fix it up and you flip it. You just paid back the $50,000, but you got another $100,000 to play with. Nobody's ever gonna save $100,000 just by working. It's never gonna happen because either your car is fucked up, you gotta fix something in your crib, there's a bill due, you have kids, something went wrong. So what do? You rob the banks, but you do it legally. You rob them legally.
Okay, so look, come on, for real. Like you walking around with this knowledge. So like, is this the type of knowledge we gonna get on the credit assist? Like, man, if we go check you out, like, I mean, man,
I don't just do credit. I help people leverage, I help people build, I help people expand, I help people create. It's not just personal credit. I also do business credit, right? Because once you get your LLC, you want to get money attached to it. And if you think about it, on your personal side, they're not going to give you a $50,000 credit card. They're never going to give you that. But on your business side, they can give you more than that, 100K, 50K, 60K, because it's a business. And most people, everybody who has excellent credit should be out there getting an LLC. Just to have the business credit, even if you don't have a business to start, just to have it there. Yeah, and you could trick the system into thinking that the money's there when it's not. For example, if you're a high spender, right? And your utilization is always over 35%. Right. You can liquidate your business credit cards, pay off the personal, your credit score goes back up, and you owe the business side. Nobody's ever going to know you owe the business side because it doesn't show up on your personal. Understand? There's so many different tricks.
Smart. Now, you know what? That's fucking smart. That is smart. Hey, man, for real, because you already got decent credit if you have decent enough credit to establish an LLC, no matter if you're not even using the LLC.
No.
You can flip it
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
you build business credit so you can create passive income. With business credit, you can get yourself into Airbnb. You can get yourself into Turo. I know Turo is popular in Chicago. Here
Yeah.
in the city, it doesn't even matter. It's not worth to do Turo because everybody has a car and there's trains everywhere.
Right. Right. But no, I mean, it's popular here and especially out in the burbs too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Anybody, and even real estate. You can get into real estate with business credit.
Oh, y'all, man. Low putting, boy, man, shit, nuggets. I don't know what to tell y'all, boy. Like, she didn't drop so many nuggets on y'all, boy. I mean, man, me too. So, I mean, I'm just gonna.
What's your wait? Hold on. Sorry, you the presenter of the show. What's your credit score like?
Man, right
You
now,
you can't be walking around with bad credit. You know that.
okay, it's not where it need. Well, it's not where I would like it. Where I would like it, and I'm not even gonna say 800. I ain't even gonna say I want 800 would be nice. But I'm going to be realistic. I want my credit score like a 725, 750.
No. You don't need that. You know what you need? You just need to worry about what's on the credit profile. The score means nothing. The score means so. Let me give you an example. Maria and Jose both go to the dealership, right?
Yep.
Maria has a 650 score, but she has 20 years of payment history. Now, Jose has a 740 score, but he only has 4 months of credit. Maria has a 650 with 20 years. Jose has a 740 with 4 months. Who do you think is going to get the better interest rate?
Maria, because she's been paying on stuff 20 years or so. Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Jose's not going to get anything.
So, okay. So low. So you're sitting up here. You're telling me, like, if I got a 625, 637, 643, I can mosey my ass down to wherever, be like, yeah, I need to apply for X, Y, and Z. Yeah, you know what, Ty?
So
We've been
as you don't have any negative remarks, as long as you don't have any collections, the bank itself has a grading system, right? The banks, they have their own internal system. I don't know if sometimes you get a letter whenever you apply for like an increase or anything like that, and it'll tell you that, that they're grading you from like, I think it's like 350 to 550 because they have an internal score.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how they do it. So you want to know what you need to put on your report in order to qualify. Let me give you an example. Experian, they remove inquiries 24 to 48 hours. All you have to do is give Experian a call, speak to the fraud department, say, hey, there's a couple of fraudulent inquiries on my credit file. I would like to have them removed. They get them removed 24 to 48, right? So I know that Bank of America pulls from Experian only, right? So if I have 15 inquiries, I'm going to be on the phone with Experian, getting rid of those inquiries so that I can go ahead and apply for Bank of America. Now, let's say Bank of America denies me. The next day, I'm going to call back Experian and I'm going to delete the Bank of America inquiry because I know it gets removed in 24 to 48 hours. Do you understand? So I could sit there and run my credit 15 times on Experian, knowing that I'm going to call them and get it all removed the same day. It's just like people, you got to arm yourselves with this information because a lot of people don't know.
Oh my God. Okay. Look here, man. Yo. So look, man, if people need the knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Like if people need to find you and, things of that nature, how can people reach out? Social media, website, what have you?
They can reach me on Instagram at The Credit Assist, ASSIST. Facebook, same thing. My email, info@thecreditassist.com. Just make sure it's me because I got a whole bunch of fake pages and they They're getting more followers than I am, and I'm here like, how, Sway?
Like, hey, social media, welcome to the digital age, y'all. You know, they gonna make all kind of variants of you out there. Like, man, how they got more? No, look, low, man, straight up, like, I just appreciate this, man. Like, you just coming on and dropping the knowledge that you're dropping. Man, I would love to have you back. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, for another show, just really talking about credit, how to get it off the ground, and just really being truthful about who you are and what it is that you want to do.
It's not complicated. People make it, they want to make it so hard. It's really not complicated. I don't know if you're familiar with consumer laws. You just have to know your rights as a consumer. Anybody who's watching this, right? Ask yourself, where does TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian get their information from, right? You got to think, okay, they posted that I have an account with Navy Federal. They posted that I have an account with Bank of America. But where did they get this information from? They got it from the credit card company, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So you as a consumer, you have a right to privacy. What happens when they violate your rights? So you see how people be like, oh, I paid late, I have a late payment, I have a late payment. Late payments are illegal. If you read the law as a consumer, they cannot treat any payment as late because number one, they're not supposed to be reporting the account in the first place. Mm-hmm. And if you want to take it a step further, wouldn't you say that's defamation of character? So if Navy Federal is reporting that you paid them late 15 times and you go to Chase to apply for one of their products, Chase takes a look at your report and they say, well, we can't give you anything because Navy Federal is already telling us that you can't pay your bills. Think about it. Something. So for anybody who's watching, I do provide classes. I do provide courses. Follow me at The Credit Assist. My website, thecreditassist.com. You can read the reviews on Google. I'm on Google, The Credit Assist, Loren Leon, Lorenleon.
Loren Leon, low, man, look here, giving you the real. And look, thecreditassist.com. Trust me, I'll drop the link on this video. So don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. Like, what? Yeah, thecreditassist.com. Yeah, man, it's going to be there in the link. But no, low, look, I just really appreciate you, like, man, just sharing that knowledge, you know, and I just find it like aspiring that you just took it upon yourself. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really dropped it upon you. Like, no. Yeah, like you were somewhat introduced, but you really took it upon yourself to find more, and the more and more you does.
I'm gonna tell everybody I fucked up. I dropped the ball on my life. And I was like, nah, I can't continue like this. I need help. And you know, sometimes being prideful is what keeps you broke. And I was being hella prideful because I was keeping up with the Joneses. I was getting ahead of myself. I wasn't being humble. And God was like, here you go. Humble pie, bad credit, no job, unemployment, can't get anything. And I'm be like, Lord God, please. I can't be like that.
No, but no, you know what? I hear you though, but, and you know, that's why I do this, Lo. Seriously, that's why I had this platform, you know, for people, you know, who have real ass stories, you know what I'm saying? I don't have the bright lights and all that, but it can happen. If you really sit and think and put your mind to it, it can happen. And as she said before, ain't nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5. You work a 9 to 5. Sometimes, you know what? Sometimes you have to fund the dream. Sometimes you got to start off funding the dream. You know what I mean? But eventually, you want to take it next level, man, you got to get up out that bad boy.
And you got to invest in yourself. The best investment is you investing in yourself. Don't try to be cheap with yourself. do the best that you can and fix your credit. That's the number one thing. If your shit is fucked up right now, you need to work on it. I'm telling you, I got the real bag once I worked on my personal. I have an excellent credit. I get approved for everything. Oh, everything. There's nothing I don't get approved for. But until I don't have the idea, like the passive income of what is it that I'm gonna do, I don't get the money. I wait. But credit has brought, oh my God, I can't even tell you. I could show you, I could show you. But it's just, it's a blessing to have the credit that I have. And I'm like, what if I wouldn't have fixed? What if I would have stayed with my 387 credit? I would have had to do everything cash. I would have been fucked up right now. I probably would have been driving a hoopty.
I mean, but like we live in a cashless society now. Like,
Yeah.
and I mean, it's pretty much like you said. Like, yeah, if somebody came and dropped $1 million on you, okay, but if you have no account, no bank account, this, that, and the other, no, $1 million is not going to get you as far.
No, you're gonna blow it.
Yeah.
The way the prices are, and for gas and all that, you're gonna blow that money. But guess what? At least if they dropped $1 million in credit card, you get points, you got cash back, you got a whole bunch of shit going for yourself. And God forbid they did some shit to you. Hi, I like to report fraudulent charges. Yeah.
Low dropping that nuggets. CreditAssist.com. Go get the nuggets.
Really?
Go get it. All right, man. Look here. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, man, look, Lo, once again, thank you for coming on the platform, blessing us. You know what I'm saying? Man, this has been Word with Ty Brownlow. I've been Ty Brownlow. Remember, no one is worthless, no story is worthless. Man, you can follow me, all social media platforms, Word with Ty Brownlow. Or you can go to my website, tybrownlow.com. Get this knowledge right here, plus other great stories as well. Lo, man, BX all day.
Feel me?
Be out, y'all. Peace.